Make sure we all the way active.
Yes, sir.
New York fucking city.
Some people like to get away. Take a holiday.
Some people like to get away, gang.
Yes, sir.
What's the word?
What's the fucking word? Yes, let's get it popping. You hear it?
Episode 27, y'all. Salute, salutations. I mean, appreciation
Salutations
to y'all
go crazy.
tuning in. Yeah, they gotta get jiggy. I'm in the New York state of mind. The Knicks, the New York Knicks. Hold on, they gotta really hear me. The New York Knicks are 14-2 in their last 16 games. Actually, hopefully after the night.
Word.
We're not get ahead of ourselves.
Word.
But 15 actually counting that first one in February.
Facts. 15 when you count that first one in February, you know, they still down? Tell me they're still down. 82-74. All right, we still in striking distance right now. But fuck
we
it.
in the game. We in the game. Somebody holla at EA Sports, tell them run that back. Listen, Denver, defending champions. Fucking take your pick. Dallas, Luka, top 5 star in the league. Minnesota, top 2 in the conference, in the Western Conference. Miami. Oh, we want all the smoke.
Yeah.
And it's looking that way on the court right now.
Man, at the end of
Talk
the
to
day,
us. What are the keys, Ryan?
There's not a hotter team in the league right now. Julius Randle goes down, get well. We need you, Julius. No bullshit. We need you. But they didn't slow down. They lost Julius Randle. They beat the shit out of Charlotte. And then they beat the shit out of Utah.
Yeah.
So it's like that's what good teams do. You could tell the Knicks got good players. Even outside of Julius Randle being here, you could tell the Knicks got good players. Shout out to Jalen Brunson. Shout out to first-time All-Star Jalen Brunson. We'll touch more on that later on.
Let's clap it up for
But
one
obviously
time.
you
One
could
time.
tell, like obviously
Hopefully
you
many
could
more
see it.
appearances to pull up.
You could see it that's he's right now. I'm gonna be honest. Can you name me 10 better guys in the league right now than Jalen Brunson? I don't know. Shout out Dante DiVincenzo, because that boy picking it up.
Big Ragu.
The big Ragu picking it up, going crazy since Julius
If you
Randle's
got Dante
absence.
DiVincenzo 2+3s on your ticket, most likely
It's gonna hit. It's gonna hit.
you
Feel
dig.
me? Like it's gonna hit. Like so. Shout out to Josh Hart playing. The Villanova boys is doing their thing so far as Julius Randle's out. Villanova, facts. And then during this entire stretch, the Knicks had just been crazy defensively. Shout out OG Anunoby. He's completely transformed.
Getting after it on defense is an understatement.
He has transformed the Knicks defense single-handedly. Like honestly, bro, it's just the equivalent to the Jets back in the day having Darrell Revis. I got one guy that I'm gonna throw at your best guys, and I'm gonna just worry about the rest. Everybody comes down a level. Your importance on defense comes down a notch because you have OG Anunoby who's just gonna guard the best guys all the time.
And if y'all playing video games out there, if y'all want to put it in 2K terms, he's neutralizing badges.
Yeah.
Ain't no purples.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We bringing down your badges a couple notches.
That Hall of Fame
you know
gonna
what I'm
be
saying?
silver, maybe
yeah,
gold.
you know what I'm saying? Like that's what OG Anunoby is doing. And everybody coming now, Josh Hart don't gotta guard your best guy. He guards your second best guy. Dante DiVincenzo don't have to guard one of your best one of your better perimeter players. He's gonna come down a notch. So now these guys could just sit there and just blow up plays. They're physical. They do great anticipating
in the passing lanes.
In the passing lanes, they blowing up plays. If you go to the cup and you indecisive, boom! Now you have two Knicks in your face trying to steal the ball.
It's crazy you say that. One really good indicator, and y'all can really go study the film if y'all want on this, of a team that's together, right? You got teams with a bunch of defenders. A team that's together, those fast breaks, the Knicks don't have a lot of the most athletic guys in the league, but they're sharing the rock.
Shout out to the Villanova fast break.
Hey,
shout out to the Villanova fast break, man. Like it's a pleasure to watch Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, and DiVincenzo on a fast break. Like you could tell they've been doing this for a minute. Even in the game in Utah where they fucked up the Villanova fast break, but you could tell, bro. They like, oh, you fucked up. Niggas is laughing.
They're the type to fuck up a fast break and then somebody pulls up with a follow up layup.
That's exactly what it is. Jalen Brunson fucked it up. He said, oh, all right, bank shot. Still going to get the 2 points, and we're going to laugh about it. Like, right now, the vibes is great. They're playing great basketball.
I saw Tom Thibodeau crack a smile the other day, gang.
Smiling. Tibbs, smile more. You got a nice, you got a
Since when?
You got a nice smile, coach. Smile. But he top one. Shit ain't funny.
Happy-
but shit is fun. Yo, shit is going so good right now that my boy laughing on the sideline.
Oh yeah, he's definitely top 5.
He vibing right now.
What is this laugh about?
Shout out to Tibbs, who just won Coach of the Month. Shout out to Tibbs. Just won Coach of the Month.
I ain't gonna lie, hit different. I ain't gonna lie.
Jalen Brunson robbed the
I
player
didn't
of the
know
month.
such
But we're
award
not gonna talk
existed.
about it. Yo, yeah, they do it every
That's
year.
real.
Coach of the month, player of the month, player of the week.
Play the month, play the week for sure.
Yeah,
Coach of the month, I ain't know.
not
That's a
Coach
lot
of
of
the
love.
month.
I'm jacking it.
Yeah, 14. The last time that the Knicks won 14 games in a calendar month,
The last
you gotta go all the way back to 93, 94. You want to know what they did that year?
they made the championship.
Yeah.
Now we got to bring it home though.
Now we gotta bring it home. But yo, at the end of the day, Mama,
There goes that man.
the best player on the court, 9 times out of 10, these days, he's 6 feet. He's 6 feet. The end of the day.
Yo, I saw a flick of George Kittle from the 49ers
Yes, sir.
next to Steph. They're like the same height, bro.
Yeah.
But like, in respects to whoever's around them on their stage.
You know, in their sport, nigga, like they're viewed completely 2 different ways. Steph in the NBA is small. George Kittle in the NFL is huge.
So imagine LeBron in the NFL. We're gonna leave that right there.
It's over. Nigga, LeBron in the NFL, bro, is quiet. Just throw him at quarterback is quiet. He way better than he's like 10 times better than Cam Newton.
Listen,
I mean, like,
walk me through what it's gonna need to look like for the Knicks post All-Star break. For the orange and blue skies to stay orange and blue.
so right now, number one thing is let's get Randall back. Let him take the time. It's 2-3 weeks for him to get reevaluated.
Yeah,
So it's not like he's coming back after 3 weeks.
right.
Feel me? Like, unless he's just destroying his rehab and going crazy, but I highly doubt it.
You shouldn't even rush him, honestly, but cool.
Don't rush him. You got plenty home games coming up. You got plenty winnable games. Go out there, go there, handle business. Let the big guy rest. Now next week is the trade deadline.
Yeah,
We still got to pick up an extra piece. Let's not let the good vibes fool us. Because at the end of the day, playoff basketball is a different entity, and you're gonna need that backup point guard, or backup point guard, or a guard that can go get his, go be able to create for somebody else as well, get you into your flow of things. You need it.
for sure.
Shout out to Deuce McBride, he's killing it, but he can't get me into my offense, and I need a guard who's gonna be able to do that.
I see.
Feel me? Especially because what if Julius Randle come back and that shoulder's not 100%?
And it probably won't.
It probably
really
won't be. The
Yeah.
only thing coming out this Julius Randle injury, why I think he's really gonna play this season again for sure, is that it's his right shoulder and he shoots with his left. Randle don't really go right, so he's not really gonna put his right shoulder through
That
much
kind of worries me though, because what do we see Randall do when he's a shell of himself?
True.
Heavily forced that left.
Does he play less? Is he gonna play less physical because he's worrying about that shoulder? This is all questions we gotta wait and see when he comes back. But right now, I just need him to get healthy.
Yeah.
The Knicks really not going anywhere without him.
I see what you mean.
Whatever.
In the grand scheme of
In the
things.
grand scheme of things, wherever you think the Knicks are going, they're not gonna go anywhere without him.
Yeah.
If you think the Knicks are gonna make the finals this year, they're gonna make the finals with Julius Randle being on the floor. They're not gonna make it without him. Eastern Conference Final run, wherever you think the Knicks peak at, they're gonna peak there with Julius Randle on the floor.
Also, like let's act like real quick if we like in like a front office setting, right? And we're sitting here and in our respective positions in the franchise. What do we say in terms of these players that have gotten quote unquote not hot, but let's say really bought into their role? Do we continue to let them display their commitment to what we got going on, or do we kind of go in another direction because we don't know how long this honeymoon phase could last?
Now this team right now, as constructed right now,
With a week left in the trade deadline.
we're not gonna make no more major moves. There's not gonna be like a huge the major move is the point guard, because that's
The backup PG.
Yeah, the backup PG, because that's the slot that's open. That's where the Knicks are missing key production from.
Mm-hmm.
They would gain that from Emmanuel Quickly.
Right.
They had Emmanuel Quickly is freaking we ain't even got to get into that. We know he's a really good player, how much he meant for us. So we got to replace that somehow.
For sure.
For me. So that's the biggest thing. But after you get that point guard, you leave the team as is. There's no touching this team. This team's chemistry right now, how they're playing, everybody's bought into you know how hard it is to get 15 guys to buy into what they're doing at work every day?
For sure.
And the Knicks can say that they got that going on. So I don't.
Hey, man, it seems like egos have been left at the door. It is
Exactly.
currently a 2-point game with 10 minutes to go in the fourth. Hey, man.
It sounded like Jalen got 40. But anyway, 29?
You got 29.
I got him
there's,
with
a
30. It's like,
there's a whole quarter left.
you know what I'm saying? So
Let's finish that
I think
dollar.
right now it will be a big win. OG Anunoby's missed the last couple games too. You know what I'm saying? So these are big wins that they're racking up right now. If they can get this one, to keep the win streak going, great. But right now, with the Knicks, I'm not fucking with this team's chemistry at all. So don't expect DeJounte Murray. Don't expect. I know that the talk of the town is Mikal Bridges. We not getting Mikal Bridges at the deadline.
I don't even think that's a this year move.
That's not a this season move.
For sure.
It's not a this season move.
This year's already set.
You're gonna have to take that off season to try to convince Brooklyn to trade with you. Because Brooklyn not just going to pick up the phone and say, yeah, we're going to ship up to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? So that's going to take an off-season
then what do
work.
they have to show for shipping KD out?
You feel me? Yeah, exactly. So that's in the off-season. If you thinking that the Knicks are going to get somebody big this deadline, DeJounte Murray out the door, buddy. That's gone. That's gone. That's not happening.
Listen, a winning streak of 9 is at stake. After this, we got the mightily struggling LA Lakers primetime in the crib. And then you welcome a really wounded Memphis Grizzly team. You know what I'm saying? An inconsistent Dallas team. You face Indiana again. But to be honest, you outside of Philly and even Detroit, I don't see many tests. Maybe in March they play Golden State and Sacramento and Denver in the 3-game stretch. That's gonna be interesting.
when they go on their national on the national tournament road trip, because every March the Knicks go on the road trip.
Right.
That's when they go on the road trip.
Because the NIT is in the Garden.
You got your NITs and you even got
the Big East tournaments for sure.
You got the tournaments going on there. So
March Madness.
March Madness comes to the Garden. You know how that go. All the real Knicks fans know how that go.
For sure.
So it's like, but there's still winnable games there. You have the Lakers coming into town. The Lakers have been very inconsistent. Anthony Davis and LeBron are going to play. Of course they are. They sat out tonight to go play. They sat out against Boston to play New York. Think about that.
Back-to-back vibes.
Not even back-to-back. They
had a night off in between.
Well, they don't play the Knicks till Saturday.
It's Saturday night, right?
It's Saturday night. So they said we sitting out against Boston to face New York. You tell me how the next season going. You tell me how the next season going.
It seems also so far that like the Knicks' identity right now, it seems to be that their best ability is availability.
Yeah, and I like right now with Randall's hurt. But Randall's an Iron Man. He's been that way since we got him. I mean, he's been that way his whole career outside of, his rookie season.
His initial injury.
His
first game of his career.
Yeah, first game of his career. So he doesn't miss games, And Anunoby, he's missed a couple games. He has been injured in the past.
Couple nicks and bruises.
But nothing that would sit there and tell you, like, all right, like, he's really injury prone and shit. Like,
yeah.
He played, but Jalen Brunson don't miss games. DiVincenzo don't.
The rest of these guys
niggas
just
don't miss no
there.
games. They don't miss no games.
They playing like that the while.
Mitchell Robinson. Obviously he has his injury history, of course. But most of these guys, they don't miss no fucking games.
For sure.
So right now, everything is in sync for the Knicks. Don't ruin it. Just get that final creator off the bench that could get you into your stuff, and let's fucking see if we can make a finals. Let's fucking see. Why not?
Before we move on real quick, who are you giving up? I know you just mentioned team chemistry being at an all-time high.
Listen, at the end of the day.
We're going to draft pick central?
Not draft pick central. Quinn Grimes can go. I know there's, Raul probably disagree with me. There's probably Knicks fans out there that will disagree with me. I'm not attached to Quinn Grimes the way that others are. He's not more important to me than DiVincenzo is. He's not more important to me than Josh Hart.
New York City can be grimy, guys.
Feel me? So it's like, I'm personally not attached to him. If the Knicks want to keep him, you can. But if you're telling me that I can go sit there and get
Corey Joseph.
Fuck Corey Joe. I
don't
even know if he's in the league.
Somebody who could run your offense. He's on the Warriors right now.
We don't want no Corey Joseph. We shopping high.
Who you shopping for? Talk to me. You say you're not bringing in DeJounte Murray.
We're not bringing in DeJounte Murray. But listen, Malcolm Brogdon not that. He not going to. You tell me, give me Quinn Grimes, sure.
You think they're gonna fuck with that?
They better. Feel me? Like, it's
If the GMs
okay.
if the GMs are mafia boys,
I listen.
they might hit
I'm
him with that.
gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you, like, I know one of the names have been mentioned out there for real, right?
Yeah.
It's Bruce Brown, and like, there's people in the Nick community that tell you, like, nah, I have Quentin Grimes. I don't need Bruce Brown. But it's like, I can't tell you if Quentin Grimes is better than Bruce Brown. I can't tell you that. I don't know.
Confidently.
I don't know. Who am I to sit there and say that Bruce Brown can't join this team and be another dog?
Go playmaker crazy.
Feel me? Just have the push pace, la 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 la. But you already have that with Josh Hart. So, nigga, Bruce Brown a champion. Fuck that. I still gotta worry. I still gotta worry if Quentin Grimes gonna make his free throws.
And
Feel
be
me?
mentally
I
there in those big moments.
Another name that I heard on Twitter was Tari Eason. So I asked my mans, I'm like, I'm not really familiar with Tari Eason game. Tell me about him. He's like, yo, score, rebounder type, small forward. So I looked into some of his highlights, some of his plays, how the Houston run him. And it's like, he Quentin Grimes. He's what Quentin Grimes is supposed to be, except not the rebounding. Because Quentin Grimes not a rebounder like that, but that offensive confidence, that's supposed to be Quentin Grimes. It's not him. So if you tell me that Houston's like, we'll give you Tyree Easton if you give us Quentin Grimes and like a pick or something, here. I'm not attached to Quentin Grimes like other people are. So
how different of a move do you think it would be if they get somebody like a Tari Eason versus a Malcolm Brogdon?
Well,
are those moves worlds apart, or are those moves
not necessarily? But the only thing is that Tari Eason, he's not really an initiator, whereas Brogdon is. Brogdon can literally get you into your offense and run your offense. That's not going to be Tari Eason. But Tari Eason, he's not a deer in the headlights, where sometimes Quentin Grimes could be that. All Knicks fans know what I'm talking about.
He's a born ready kind of
like
player.
It's like Tari Eason get the ball. I know what I'm about to do with it. We'll put the ball on the floor. I know where I'm going. I don't got to pump fake and dribble.
There's no indecisiveness.
There's no indecisiveness. I know what I got to do. That's what we're looking for. That's it. The Knicks are about winning games now. If you not going to do it, we got to find somebody that will. That's how New York work. That's how the state of New York works. All professions. Yankees think this way. Giants think this way. Well, when they run correctly. Shit like this. This is what the heavy-handed franchises do. If you can't do it, then we're going to find somebody that will, and we're going to ship you out.
It's not personal.
It's not impersonal. Look at what the Knicks did with Obi Toppin. You had the Knicks community killing them. You gave him away for two second-round picks. Yes, I moved him to get what I needed. Look how good Dante DiVincenzo is in a Knicks uniform, and you tell me if you're not going to make that decision again. Tell me you're not going to make that move again. If you not going to do, I'm going to go get a motherfucker that will.
Right.
Simple. Ain't nothing personal. R.J. Barrett, look, love the kid. I'm always going to love the kid. What they did. We need this, your spot, we need this to look different. It seems like you struggle to do it. We're going to get somebody that will. And now look at OG Mania.
And they actually did one better. They said, we're going to consider where you might be best. And if it works for us, it works for you, and it works for you as well, then so be it. And
exactly.
For everybody.
So right now, that's where the Knicks are at. Like, if you can't do it, I'm going to go find somebody that will. Because if Quentin Grimes is struggling shooting, then what's the difference between him and Bruce Brown? Bruce Brown more of a dog than he is. Bruce Brown get after it. Bruce Brown going to guard five positions.
Even before the championship, motherfuckers might forget the Brooklyn Nets playoff series where Bruce Brown was really the glue.
Bruce Brown is a known guy in this league.
He's definitely.
No, I'm not saying he's one of the better players in the league. Don't confuse me vouching for him as me saying he's like dumb nice, one of the best players in the league. But he's one of the best role players in the league.
He's a serviceable
and listen,
journeyman.
when you are a really good role player, guess what? You're gonna make a lot of money in this league being a really good role player. There's a lot of money in this league for being a real good role player. Look how much money he getting this year, 25 next year too.
Yep. Speaking of those who just do and don't, you mentioned these LeBrons of the world, the ADs of the world. They come into the Garden. We don't know if they're gonna play. You got kids traveling from Uzbekistan to see them, and they're not there. What's the vibes?
I don't like it, but what can you do?
These injuries are like half worrisome.
But most of these guys,
but you gotta also account for the school of thought of like these awards means something to those who vote for them and earn them. So you can't really just give awards to people who not. You can't give Employee of the Month to somebody who's calling out more than everybody else. It just don't work like that, America.
Most people getting fired if they miss 21% of their.
21% is crazy.
21% of their time on the clock.
Word two. If there's 5 work days, and I need to sit out 3 of them.
Come on,
to make
gang.
sure
Like,
those other 2 I'm the best I can be. They're gonna be like, yo, gang, we can get somebody else. The question is, can you get another Embiid or Anthony Davis or Luka or Kyrie or Kawhi for that matter?
Exactly. That's the difference. I'm so good at my job, I can sit out.
Y'all need me in this job. I'm the only barista that knows how to make all the drinks. Y'all not fucking with me.
Been there.
Gangster.
Been there. Like, it's like that.
I'm the best taking out the trash man in this job. Nice.
You been there.
Word two.
Been there.
Word two. But listen, as far as the league versus the players, do you see something brewing here? Is this a worrisome
The
vibe?
players signed off on it.
They just signed off on it too this summer.
The players signed off on it. Yo, shout out to CJ McCollum. What are he doing over there? We don't know. But I mean, the players association signed off on it. So
I can't imagine CJ. Like, yo, they
bro,
said if you don't play more than 65, you won't get the award.
I mean, there's really nothing wrong with the rule. Like, there's nothing wrong with it.
Really though.
There's nothing wrong with it.
And you know what's funny? CJ's the nigga that show up for work. So he probably like, yo, shit valid.
Yeah.
65.
I couldn't work. I couldn't work all the time.
They gave me 10 extra. They gave me 10 extra sick days. It's up.
His sick days roll over.
Roll over. No AT&T.
You feel me? Like his sick days roll over. Like it's like that, bro. Like that's what it is. Like, y'all signed off on it. It's whatever. It's a good rule.
It's reasonable.
It's a good rule, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it.
And it's just at this point, it seems like it's gonna be if you find something wrong with it, then just don't expect to win the award.
Like, come on, bro. Like, I mean, could it have been a situation where you kind of make it like a unwritten rule? Like, we're gonna give it to the guys that play the most games.
That's
Sure.
a risky move though, low key.
But listen, at the end of the day, you want to make the All NBA team and you played 50 games? Come on, we can't do that.
So, would you advocate for A, shortening the season?
They might have to.
Getting rid of the rule entirely or lowering the number, the threshold to like 55 or something more, or C, just let's get to it. You're signing for millions. Let's get to it.
They're gonna play less game. They're gonna. If I don't think any of those things become reality, but the closest one to it would be shortening the season. Because I mean, like basketball. Realistically, there shouldn't be a lot of back-to-backs. Like basketball, playing basketball back-to-back days, like it's OD. It's OD for regular niggas like us.
It's OD.
So imagine these professional niggas. I mean, yeah, they have the body condition to do stuff like this, but still, nigga, like playing the highest form of competition.
I'll be asking
like,
some of these people that like be getting mad when the parlays don't hit. Like, yo, let me see your stat line after playing 48 minutes against KD. Let me see your stat line.
Let me see what life is like for you guarding KD, man.
It's gonna be Tony Snell,
bro. Like, come on.
If you haven't seen the meme, put it up right here. Also, shout out Tony Snell. I hope you get that 10-day contract for your kids, my nigga. This shit is real out here in the streets.
If Giannis' brothers is in the league, then why Tony Snell not in the league?
Shit is crazy. And like, Tony Snell could still do something.
Come on, bro. There's whack dudes on the bench. Like, there's whack niggas on the bench. Like, but then again, Tony Snell, it's whack niggas. So it's pick your favorite whack nigga, I guess. Like him, like Theo Pinson, like pick your favorite whack nigga.
Pick your favorite 12th man.
Who's your favorite 12th man?
My favorite 12th man.
Like, who's your favorite end of the bench guy?
It gotta be Boban.
Boban?
Boban for sure. Bro, you come in the game, you're 7-13, you going crazy.
And he just on the bench, nigga. Like, he don't play.
I am 12. My son is out here wilding.
He really just be macking on the bench. For a while, for me, it was Taco Fall. I'm not gonna lie,
or Bobo, but I feel like Bobo want to play, so it's kind of sad.
Taco Fall, because literally he will only get in garbage time, but he's really the tallest guy in the league. Like, he's sitting on the edge of the bench, and like anybody who's watching basketball for the first time probably be like, why he not in the game? You got the old heads. I'm talking about like 75, 80 years old, like grandson, why he not in the game? He's 7'7". He over here having epiphanies about Will Chamberlain.
Yeah, Dad, I ain't gonna lie. He'll have 7 turnovers if we put him in
Bro,
the game.
I was
and let him
saying,
ride.
bro, you got grandpops over here having epiphanies about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Like, why this 7'7" dude not playing?
He's like, what does the league come to?
Bro, like, imagine watching basketball in the 90s, 80s, 70s and shit. Waking up from a coma all the way through the mid-2000s and shit. You wake up and you see
Also
Taco.
Futurama shit?
Yeah, and you wake up and you see Taco 4. You're like, this is the best player in the league.
That's crazy.
No, he ain't. He's trash.
You look at Giannis and Thanasis, you're like, yo, they got a
Yo,
big
they're
three.
dumb nice.
Dumb nice.
Garbage. That is bro, if the Nassers was playing in like the 1970s, bro, he would be looked at like a god. Like, you just watch him walk into the gym, you're like, bro, this is the best player I've ever seen in my life. Wait till he lace him up.
Damn.
Bro, you seen the video of him shooting the practice jump shot behind the reporter? Garbage, bro. He over here dancing at the shoot around. He don't take balls serious. He's only on that team because his brother is great.
Yo,
His brother
Thanasis,
is-
if you hearing
yo.
this, you gotta go crazy. This is going on for way too long. I'm sorry. I know your life is
Bro.
valid. I know you're a champion.
Shout out to matter of
He's
fact,
telling
shout
me
out
he's a
to
champion.
Shout out to my favorite 12th man in the league right now, Ryan Archidiakono, nigga. That is the best 12th man in the league. Shout out to him.
Shout out to you, gang.
Shout out to Villahova, son. That's it. That's how we move it.
What do you think about that old guy argument anyway? That like all the old guys played through torn ACLs and divorces in the same day,
Bro,
and it's like
they didn't even know what was going on with their bodies, bro. They just felt like it was hurt. They were just like, yo, it hurt. Bro, this nigga Hakeem Olajuwon, bro. I was watching the Rockets documentary. This nigga talking about come to practice. He talking about they said I got knee tendonitis. And he's like, it just feel like a headache in my knee. That's why when he was describing injuries, I got a headache in my knee. He
headache
was
in
playing.
my knee is crazy,
Bro,
America.
and he's gonna proceed to play and drop a quadruple double, but he got a headache in his knee.
No Toradol back then.
Nah, I got knee tendonitis. All right,
They said
like that, bro. Niggas didn't even know what was going on. Like, they was like, oh, bro, yeah, I fake rolled my ankle. They got a grade 2 sprain, but he playing on it.
in Converses.
And
Chuck
come on, bro.
Taylors.
You think niggas in the 60s and 70s knew what they? Come on, bro. Unless they were dead ass like on the floor, I can't walk, nigga.
Because the arguments is like, yo, they had back to back.
You saw what Isaiah Thomas did in the finals?
Yeah.
Nigga greased his ankle and he still dropped like 30. Nigga limping and he still dropped 30. These niggas don't know what's going on, bro. Like, this nigga don't know what's going on, bro. He don't know what's going on.
Listen, it seems like, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I saw some shit, and it was inspirational. I gotta put y'all on.
What?
The most unlikely gold medal in history. I'm gonna find the post and feel me, put more details up so y'all can see. But long story short, it's gonna come back to the Knicks. Watch, peace.
Shout out to the best gold medalist, Kurt Angle, you heard?
Shout out to Kurt Angle. Feel me? No cap. So this guy is in the race, ice skating, and he is in last place during the race, indoor ice skating race. Right? Stay with me, y'all. Stay with me. So look, he's in last place. People fighting, people shoving, people pushing. Apparently, that was his strategy. He was expecting there to be some sort of pileup and accident, as these things do occur in indoor ice skating races, right? And they, boom, fall like bowling pins. He skates through the finish line. Gold medal for your boy. Look that story up. It's damn true. And that might be what happens to the Knicks this year. What do you think is going to happen if Joel stays hurt? If Boston keeps being low-key inconsistent, like Indiana owns you. I mean, that's Milwaukee, my fault. You beat Denver, but then you get punched by 30 when you play Milwaukee. Indiana's beating Milwaukee. There's a lot of inconsistencies and counterclaims in the Eastern Conference this year.
Listen, I mean, for those.
Does the avenue open up for the Knicks to have the championship parade that they were looking for?
Yeah, champion. You know, right now, look, and for anybody that don't know, Joel Embiid, we don't know if it's torn. We don't know if it's just damage to it. But something wrong with his meniscus. Right, and so long
It's different.
And every day that he's out is another day that you got. Like, if you're the Knicks, if you're Cleveland, if you're Miami, you're like, we're better than Philadelphia. Like
Yeah.
every day. I mean, even some might feel that way even if Embiid was on the court. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna poo-poo what Giannis been doing. 35. He's averaging 35.
And 12.
Averaging.
Giannis.
No, I'm talking about Embiid.
On my fault. Well, and 12 still.
Like
And 12.
he averaging 35. Like hearing this shit, like that's not it's not.
That's your center, fam.
That's his center. That's your
And
center.
5 assists.
5 assists. The last time we saw 35, average of 35.
35, 10 and 5.
10 and 5, like Wilt. Your grandfather was watching Wilt. Great grandpops was probably playing with Wilt. All right.
Grandfather also saw the last Knicks chip.
So every day that the Sixers are without Joel Embiid, and there's real no timetable of his return, if you are anybody in the East that's in this playoff mix, you got to feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
You have to. If you're the Knicks, then the Knicks, this Joel Embiid shit, it got New York talking about the second seed. They're a game behind Milwaukee for the second seed now. So New York not even worried about that Philly shit right now.
About that new little pack shit that it was on, where 4-7 is tied up.
They jump in Philly, no Embiid. They're gonna stay in third. We're gonna talk about the second seed now.
Yeah.
So if you're New York, you might be able to talk NBA Finals for real. Instead of saying, oh, what happens if y'all maximize it?
Yeah.
Like how we did before the season started. It's like, yo, maybe we really do got a chance. Maybe we could playing this shit.
Anything is possible.
Anything possible.
Listen. America. We're going to be New York till the wheels fall off. We definitely going to be back for the second half. NFL, maybe even a little MLB. You smell me? Be back.